morning, guys. Welcome to Flour to Food. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So today we are going to be cooking one of MLK Jr.'s favorite meals, fried chicken. And I'm going to walk you guys through a really simple way to do it with coconut oil, since we're going to be going over a coconut oil lesson this week. Sorry for bending weird. We're trying some new angles here. So let's see. I think this is going to be a better angle for you guys to actually see what I'm cooking. And hopefully we'll get a split screen going soon so you can see the interaction between us and also watch the food cook a little up close. So here we go on fried chicken. So the first thing that we're going to do is get our flour and egg mixtures ready. So I use a mix of different spices on this one. Today I'm going to do a salt-free lemon pepper in my flour, a garlic and onion spice. That one's got like fresh dried peppers. This is really nice with that lemon pepper. It's Valencia orange peel. And I guess that one's new. That one is going to pull out the flavor of that citrus. And it pairs really nicely with the coconut oil. Let's actually go ahead and get our coconut oil melting down too. So we're going to put this over a medium-low heat. It's just right below medium on this stove since it's gas. I used about a cup of regular coconut oil with a half cup of infused coconut oil just for this recipe. A lot of times I'll go ahead and just fry it completely in the infused oil. But we're going to do this a little differently since it's fried chicken and I want it to be a little more submerged. So we'll just get these coconut oils directly into our pan to start melting down. I really don't suggest putting your infused coconut oil into the microwave since they all cook really differently and usually pretty unevenly. You never know when you're going to scorch your medicine and get really uneven medication. So we're going to add all this together and then we'll give it a good stir when it's all melted down. One easy way to get your coconut oil out of the tubs whenever it is at room temperature, because I know it's going to be tough, use a good ice cream scoop and it should just come right out. I want about the bottom inch of this pan to have oil in it. Half inch, I guess. So already in here we've got our lemon pepper, our Valencia orange peel, our garlic and onion seasoning. Next we're going to do paprika. I will never do a fried chicken without paprika. It helps give it that gorgeous color whenever you fry it. I also love the taste of paprika, so we're going to do a good bout of that. Italian seasonings. The reason you guys see me use Italian seasonings in so many recipes is it's so versatile. It's got like oregano, basil, thyme. It smells so good. It's kind of like an herbes du Provence. Very versatile. And then of course kick a cayenne pepper. Gotta have a little heat. You can also do like red pepper flakes. There's a lot of different seasonings you can do in this, all kind of opinion based. Let me give these a good stir. You're going to notice the flour goes from that white color to almost like a pretty off red from that paprika. Next we're going to crack 2 eggs in this bowl. You throw in about a tablespoon of milk with your eggs. Makes it easier to whisk your eggs in evenly if you break the yolk before you start to whisk them. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of salt and pepper to these eggs. That way every layer of this infusion is really nicely seasoned. See how the angle on that is perfect. I went ahead and already washed my chicken. Whenever I buy chicken from the store, I like to give it a good wash in warm water. Not even about the bacteria, it's just getting that really salty solution off of the chicken that a lot of times they soak it in. It can be really bad for your health. I've heard different people say, no, I don't wash my chicken, I cook it. It gets all the bacteria out, but that's not necessarily why I wash it. I want to make sure it's as clean as possible when we get into our infusions. So, the order that I dip this chicken in, sometimes I'll use breadcrumbs and do a flour egg breadcrumb mix. I do that more for like toasted ravioli, just depends what I'm frying. This one I'm going to do a flour egg flour dip before she goes into our oil. Yeah, that's nicely heated. I would heat this oil to about 360 degrees. It doesn't need to be quite at 375 since that's kind of where our threshold for cannabis starts to disintegrate. It's a little close to 390. So you can see all of our oils just melted down in here. I'm going to go grab a whisk so I can get this all stirred in even. Okay, I got drumsticks today. They're awesome and easy to fry, good meat on them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make sure with each layer of this you're really coating the chicken evenly. Flour, shake off the excess, dip it in the egg. Again, make sure that's completely coated in that egg evenly, and then I want you to drip that extra off on the side. You don't want a bunch of extra egg in your flour again. It's going to make it kind of gross. You can do a flour, egg, separate flour one. This is just kind of me skipping a step. Look at that. Beautiful. You can do an extra layer into the egg and bread again if you like it extra crunchy. Who doesn't like it extra crunchy? But we're just going to go with one for video's sake. Now that I've finished breading up the rest of that chicken, you can see it's all just flour, egg, flour on those dips. I'm going to go ahead and put them directly into this oil. Let's kick that to medium heat for our frying. That should have a really nice sizzle whenever I drop this in. We're going to test our oil by dropping just a little bit of flour in there. Perfect. It's nice and sizzling up. If you drop it in and it just burns automatically, you need to turn that heat down. You really don't want this to burn. You definitely don't want to burn up your coconut oil, but one reason I do love this, it has a really high burn point. It's more about the THC that you're worried about than the coconut oil. So we're going to drop this chicken directly into our oil. Oh, beautiful. Drop it in nice and slow so you don't splatter or burn yourself. Now this process is going to take, I would say, 15 minutes. I'm going to, every 5 minutes, flip it to a new side. I'm the person that would rather have their chicken a little overcooked than under at all. Anytime I do meat, I am more a plant-based girl myself, but anytime I cook meat, you have to make sure that you're really cooking it all the way through. So you can use that candy thermometer and temp this out. It needs to be above 165 whenever it's done. It's frying. We flipped it once now.